This is Changeling the Podcast.
Welcome to Changeling the Podcast. Come for the glamour, stay for the vibes. I'm your host, Josh, and with this is your other host, Puka. Say hi, Puka.
Hi.
What are we talking about today, Puka?
Oh, I don't think we need to be so formal because this is just a brief state of the podcast mini-sode to kind of talk about the first half of season 2 and where we're at. So, just a few minutes to catch up the community with our thoughts, I won't say post-mortem because post-mortems I feel like have a...
Yeah, that's for Wraith the Podcast when that comes out.
But yeah, and what's new in our podcast world, I guess. What have we been doing?
Since when did we do the last one? Let's see. We got statistics.
Yeah.
Now there's hundreds of you. It looks like at least 100 of you.
Or people who are just listening to episodes over and over again. But either way,
That's true. Yeah, maybe there's just 3 of you, and you're really liking listening to episodes almost 100 times. Some of them.
We are grateful for your earballs.
Yes, our most popular episodes are about dreams and nightmares, and I rather like that book. And we did pretty deep dives. That's kind of neat. A trilogy actually got. And this is just we didn't have statistics before a certain point though. So
statistics started with the beginning of season 2.
Yeah, and we.
Oh, our most popular day was April 25th, and I'm not really sure. It's the day after Book of Houses came out.
So, what's that in your? Do you remember that off the top of your head from your? Was it the Book of Days?
It was Book of Days.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. Talk about something and I'll look it up.
Okay. I also have fancy fast internet now, and it's like fiber internet, and I find that neat, and it's very fast and kind of weird how fast it is. But like none of my devices, including what I'm listening to, can use like not even a tenth of my speed. But that's okay because I have 2 teenagers living with me and 2 people working from home, and we have 4K TV now, and we're watching that, so we needed faster internet.
This has been a public service announcement by the internet.
Yes. Yeah.
So in Book of Days, there actually isn't a 25th of April because the spot is occupied by last Friday in April, which is Arbor Day. So, sure. It's in between the 24th of April, the anniversary of the Easter Rising, and the 26th of April, the Chernobyl incident. So, not great choices on either side.
I'm going to go with the Arbor Day and then tie that in somehow to the War of Trees in Changeling.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
So yeah, we have stats.
We've reached episode 50, which feels like a milestone.
Yes. Yeah. As of release of this, we'll have released episode 50.
This mini-sode should be released after episode 50.
Something's gone very strange if it hasn't, because then you've chosen to make this the 50th episode. We've done 49 episodes. Yeah. This would either be the 50th or after the 50th.
Well, there's also like 3 mini-sodes in this, but anyway.
We have more patrons now.
Yeah. Thanks, patrons.
Yes, our Discord seems to be doing nicely too.
Oh, yes, we have broken 100 members, and I'm hoping that between the recording of this mini-sode and the release of this mini-sode, like 8 of them don't abandon ship.
Mm-hmm. Although, again, looking at those stats, I think it's just going up and up. So
I hope so. Please continue spreading the word. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
In terms of goals, so, I mean, obviously, we're halfway through season 2. We still have plenty of second edition books to get through, but Josh, any specific goals that you have for the latter half of this season?
Specific goals. I think we want to get to the end of second edition, like you said, but I don't have other. I want to keep having good content and have cool guests when we do guest episodes. And yeah.
Right on.
I have a personal goal of actually getting more hard copy books of the stuff we're doing, but that's just because I don't like reading PDFs. At least cover to cover.
Last month when I was in Montreal, I managed to snag several actual hard copy, like out of print mage books. So I feel like Canada is forgive me, where role-playing books go to die, because just everywhere.
Montreal is where all the gaming books are. It's World of Darkness, especially. That's where I've gotten so many. I go into a Montreal gaming store, and there's many books.
Noted. But I asked if they would ship to the US, and they said no. I was really annoyed.
Yeah, well, a lot of US places won't ship to Canada, so I think it's just retaliation.
Fair. In terms of my goals, I have a couple things to call out. So I think as of the release of this episode, I will be able to say that we are now on YouTube. Yay! So if you search Changeling the Podcast on YouTube, you should find at least the first several episodes of Season 1 converted and uploaded. I will be making that my hiatus project, our release hiatus project. We will also be recording in the coming weeks. In terms of upcoming episodes, aside from the books, we have a number of thematic episodes on the docket. So first we'll be talking about role-playing Enchantment and the Mists. Later on, we'll be doing advanced storytelling techniques. We'll have an episode on time, memory, aging, and cyclicality as themes. We'll have a Changeling Metaphysics 101 episode and a kith building workshop for anyone who has always wanted to design a kith but isn't sure how. So that'll be fun and interesting to do, I think. And I'm also hoping to get more Patreon content out there, because that's something that's been on my to-do list for quite a while. There was an attempt to do a bit at the start of season 2, and then just life gets in the way.
Yeah, this recording got pushed back because we had the worst smoke ever.
Yeah.
In where I am, and then it went and killed New York City, from what I could tell, and it was not good. And it's still raging, but the smoke's way less now.
We got it the next day, and it was not fun in Philadelphia either. So
yeah.
I will also, just personally, I'll also put a plug in here for Storyteller's Vault Production Assistant Services, which I have listed on the Discord. I bring it up because I notice a lot of people kind of chattering on the Discord about homebrew stuff, and I feel like the more people put their content out into the world and feel confident in what they're creating, that can only support the community. The rising tide lifting all ships, etc. So if you need help with feedback or layout, or maybe eventually proofreading or whatever, it's something that I'm trying to be a little bit more engaged with for those who need it. I have InDesign. I'm here to rescue.
And one thing, if you are from an underrepresented community in Changeling of some sort,
yes,
and you want to be a guest on here, we will make that happen. If you want, if there's something relevant to Changeling, or how it ties in, or like from our previous episodes, that's been really important to us. And some groups it's easier for us to find than others. So if you're listening to this or know someone who might be interested in who's has something to say on Changeling,
yes. Please. Because I do kind of feel like we are starting to build a community. I hope it doesn't sound too grandiose to say that, but there's a lot of people on a daily basis engaging and talking about Changeling, which is wonderful. And I don't know how coterminous our Discord is with like the Changeling community at large, but I hope more people kind of turn up and ask questions and make connections, advertise games, talk about wanting to play in games, and just kind of keep the spirit of the game alive, keep it moving, I hope we can be a forum for that. But yeah, those are my wishes for the Sealy part of the year. I guess we're already in the Sealy part of the year, the second half of the year.
Yeah, until October.
This episode should be dropping around the summer solstice.
Yeah.
So a merry midsummer night to all of you dreamers. I guess, and just thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening and participating. And we hope to continue bringing you top tier content.
Yeah, definitely not well content. That's what I'm
Oh, I'd like to think of our podcast as a. Well, I was going to say a delicately aged Scotch, but I think I'm going to go with Chambord and stuff.
Yeah, like my preference is whiskeys with an E. So
yeah,
I like the Irish and the American, not the rye whiskey, Canadian rye, or the Scotch as much. But anyway, there's a few Scotches I like. But
I just made a big old batch of strawberry shrub, so I'm going to be drinking my sweet vinegar.
I just learned about shrub a few days ago from a different YouTube channel. I don't know.
I should send you a care package because like once June hits, it's just like the jam and shrub factory in my kitchen. And curd. I made strawberry rhubarb curd the other day.
Yeah.
So. It's the boggin in me. That's my one bogginy trait.
I think I have like some sort of flaw where like the boggin birthrights are my flaws. Like in reverse boggin.
Oh no.
I do like cleaning and other sort of tasks. It takes me 3 times as long if no one's looking. Like it's I'm really bad at figuring out social dynamics.
Well, having just moved apartments, it's like I'm asymptotically approaching a clean apartment, but it's just never going to quite get there.
Oh, and I always botch my crafts rolls. That's
I
guess that finishes up here.
I don't think we need the outro.
No, we don't need the outro. Okay.
See you on the Discords.
Thank you again.
Keep on dreaming.